talking about also flooring. So from flooring, so what's going on under the floor? So AMC 911 is a company with a 3 division of services: a structural foundation repair, crawl space, and masonry concrete services. So let's welcome Mariel McClung, Vice President from AMC 911.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, how you doing there?
How
Good,
are
good.
you?
You know, just serving all our customers. You call me early, I'm here. What do you need?
We love that. You're always ready. We love that. Mariel, thank you for being with us today. Can you tell us about the biggest 3 concerns that we should watch out for?
Well, I think when you're looking around your home, and it's a beautiful time of the year, it's summertime, you're home, your kids are home, and you just are like, whew, okay, it's nice and hot outside, but what's going on? Why is my heating bill so high? Why is my house feel so humid? Because, there's nothing worse than humid heat. If you lived in Arizona, you'd have dry heat, and that doesn't feel as bad as humid heat. In Virginia, we have a lot of humidity. So if your crawl space is wet and soaking, and from all the rain that comes in, a lot of that humidity is going to seep into your home. So your electric bill is going to go up because it's a lot more expensive to cool off humid heat than it is drier heat. So if you look at around your home and you see standing puddles around the foundation of your home when it rains a lot, or you notice musty smells, or you notice cracks around your home in the outside as well as in the inside, then you need to start thinking about the fact that the outside is coming into your home because you don't have a perfectly sealed envelope. And ideally, you want to seal that envelope as much as you can, both from underneath the home as well as from the outside of the home. So those are things you need to look at. The biggest 3 things is this musty smell, moisture around your home when it rains, and just, that yucky feeling or cracks around the house that you're like, okay, something's not right. There's a little bit of normal settlement, and then there's the settlement where the crack just keeps growing and it cuts across your brick or cuts across your drywall. That's not normal. You got to look into that.
Yes, very important tips.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that not all repairs are the same. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Right. Well, if you think about it, when you go to the dentist, would you go to a dentist who just started 2 years ago?
No.
And get major surgery? No, you wouldn't. Would you go to a dentist who's operating out of, a very shady building that doesn't look like it's got new clean equipment? You wouldn't. Nope. So you really have to look at who you're dealing with. And sometimes you get what you pay for. So if you go for the cheapest guy or for the newest, most flashy guy that's just come into the market, you sometimes end up getting what you paid for. And so we see a lot in our business where we may not have gotten that customer the first time because we're not going to be your cheapest. We've been in business for close to 30 years. And we have, top of the line, US made, engineer tested products. So we're not going to be, big store cheap, but we're going to be the right solution. So we see customers that come back and go, yeah, made a mistake, went that way. They sold me a really pretty big deal. They said they could beat your price and whatnot. And then they come back and they're like, can you fix it? Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So you really have to look behind who you're using to fix your house, because it is your most valuable asset. Most of us, it is the most expensive asset. It's where we spend most of our time. It's where our kids lay their little heads to rest. So you want to make sure that you have a good quality repair done. And you have to do your homework. Look at the reviews. Look at how long the people have been in business. And make sure that your sales rep is not pressure selling you or telling you, hey, whatever the price is, I'll cut it by 30%.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Now, you have some before pictures
that
you show us, and we're going to try to guess how to solve the problems.
I would love that. Please do. Let's try it.
Let's see. Ooh.
All right.
Is that water? Can you vacuum it out?
It's water. Vacuum? Yes, I would say vacuum it too.
No, you got to drill a hole in the ground and let the water go through the hole. That's exactly
let's see what the expert says.
That's funny. So what you really need to do is, all of those answers are not bad. So did you notice that cheap contractor grade black plastic? They were trying to do something, but that's not the right solution, right? So you would vacuum that out. You will perfectly seal that with a nice thick US made liner, right? Nice thickness that goes all up in the walls. And you notice there's a dehumidifier there. often we put a pump. It depends on how much water that crawl space is having in. You
Okay.
want to seal it all the way up. Now, if you also have that standing water constantly, you may want to put some backer board on it to just be able to contain the water from coming into the crawl space. But you definitely seal it, put a dehumidifier, seal the vents, do the whole process to that home.
Cool.
And no throwing in, I was going to suggest you could throw in some towels, soak it back up.
Oh,
Every time it rains, go out there.
All right.
Oh,
So this is
I will
definitely
put
a sign.
some bubble gum. No.
Yeah. So you can put some spackle on it, right, and then smooth it down, and then put some paint over it, right?
I
Oh,
think
good.
I'd buy a new house.
So we've had homeowners that will come in and be like, oh, that's not bad enough, I'll seal it. What they don't realize is that you might seal it out, but then it's going to open back up. And likely that door is already having issues open and closing, because it's settling in. So you really, that's an example. That's likely the house that drywall was having problems,
Mhm.
So what
Gotcha.
would you guys do there? You have a little hint at the bottom, but what would you guys do there to fix it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, I would buy a new house.
Or we take all the bricks out and put a new ones from the window down.
Yeah, I think I would do what Miley Cyrus did and get a wrecking ball.
Rockable.
Yeah.
What you do is that you have a hint in that picture. There's a pier underneath that home. So really the answer to that would be to use a properly installed piering system that will put that corner back up of the house, because that's really what happened to that little corner that you see that we exposed. It settled down. So if you push it back up with the proper steel, that's what you have.
Okay.
Beautiful sealed corner, no issues in that home anymore.
No problem. Well, Mariel, we certainly appreciate you stopping by on
Thank
the
you so
show.
much,
And
Mariel.
thanks for giving us those tips.
Always happy to be here. Give us a call. We're ready.
Bye.